Hey guys, welcome back to the War Room. We are starting a new Global 36 war game. We'll go ahead and get started here. I'm playing the British Commonwealth, and my partner will be Elite Golden, and we will be be starting the game off here with the buying of units, with the British going to be lend-leasing a mountain infantry to Abyssinia, and we have the destroyer and submarine from the place units. We'll be saving 7. With the FEC, which I totally forgot to grab it, be buying a Gurkha for 4, saving 1. With the Anzac, we'll be just saving their 3, so they'll have 3 to spend on the next turn. And then with French, they will be, realize different terms, but go ahead and say it because I'll be moving my camera. They'll be lend-leasing a mountain infantry as well to Abyssinia and saving, no actually, and they're also upgrading a militia in Syria. Okay, let's go ahead and get rolling with some tech rolls. All right, with the British, their first roll will be for anti-sub warfare, and that's 7+, and that's an 8. So anti-sub warfare for the British moves up to stage 1, and we are rolling for long-range aircraft at a 8+. Oh, if I don't drop it. If I don't throw the dice somewhere. And that is an 11. So, long range air. Go 2 for 2. Moves up stage 1. Alright, now, moving on to combat, no combat. We'll continue on to non-combat. Alright, so with all of the British ships, all of these will be moving to A21, congregating there for war games off the coast of southern England. Okay. The medium bomber will travel to London to be part of the war games and reconnaissance. And the air transport will not take part. It will travel to Gibraltar over there. And the infantry will be placed there as well. Okay, if I can keep from dropping this stuff. Okay, so we have the infantry in Gibraltar there. Okay, so you can see all the med. Also the transport and torpedo boat destroyer off the coast of Nova Scotia will go to A21 as well. Forgot to move those. They were in A18, and I'm pretty sure that the torpedo boat destroyer has enough range. I think it has a range of 2, major port, range of 3, so should have enough range. I might be doing that wrong if not. Okay, so we have the 3 British ships off the coast of Gibraltar moving down to M8 to join this British fleet in military games there as well. The infantry in Transjordan will travel down to Lower Egypt, and that will be all for the British. So we will go ahead and move down to the FEC. So I want you all to see that. And there we go. Okay, so we have the British or FEC transport moving 2 over to I-4. We have all of these ships in I-11 except the transport in I-11 traveling 1, 2, 3 to I-4. And we have the destroyer in P50 moving to I-4. We have the light carrier that is in P41 traveling 4 to I-4. And then we have the coastal sub in P41, which will travel up to P32. Travel over to P32. Okay. So we will do a strategic naval movement, which will be from the port in Calcutta over to Hong Kong in that dockyard, which can be used as a major port. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't do that. But okay, so I will just move it over 1, 2, 3 to Hong Kong, and it will port there. Okay. Then we have the infantry in Delhi moving to Calcutta. We have that. Okay, that will be all for the FEC. And we have no movement, nothing for the Anzac. They will just be collecting income, moving on to the next turn. That transport, just to be clear, that transport is in port there in Hong Kong. Okay. All right, let's move on to placement of units. So we have the I'll go ahead and leave the camera where it's at. Just zoom out here. We have the infantry, mountain infantry, being lend-leased to Abyssinia. There. And then we'll move over here. And kind of piled on top of each other. And then we have the destroyer and sub that will be built through that major shipyard and southern, off the coast of southern England, and A21 there. And nobody is at war as of right now, so we clearly have a we can trail a supply path to Abyssinia. Okay. All right, we'll I'm going to go ahead and grab the Gurkha here out of my box. Okay. We'll go ahead and place that in Burma over here. We're next to Calcutta. It is adjacent to the Himalayan mountains, so it can be placed there. And that should be it. So we will move on to France. And with the French, like I said, we have the lend-lease to Abyssinia, another mountain infantry, and the militia upgrade in Syria. So they will have none left to spend. So let's go ahead and do their okay. And they are rolling for advanced tech at a 7+. If I can make it in the deal. That's a 3, so that's a fail. So the French do not score on their tech. So we just have the 2 British techs that moved up to stage 1. Okay. All right, and the French moved up 7 with the annexation of Austria, and the British moved up to 12 with the annexation of Austria. Okay. So now all we have is the I'm kind of jumping around here. Haven't done a video in a while. Cut me some slack. Okay, so we have the, we'll go ahead and do non-combat with the French, and we'll rail these 2 infantry in Alsace-Lorraine to Aquitaine. We'll move both of the motorized infantry into Aquitaine. We'll move the single infantry, or I said Aquitaine, I meant Paris on those 2 motorized infantry. Move the 2 motorized infantry into Paris. Move the infantry from southern France into Aquitaine. Move the militia into Aquitaine. So there will just be a mountain infantry left there in southern France. And we'll go ahead and move these ships. This battleship will move 1, 2, 3 to A43. From A29 to A43. This other battleship will move 1 to A21, 2 to A22, 3 to A23. The destroyers, both will be moving 1 from A29 to A32, and another one 4 to A3, which is up by Greenland. And let me make sure. So from A29 to A21, to A20 to A16 to A3, 4. Okay. And then these other ships down here in the light cruiser. No, that's a destroyer. I'm sorry. The light was hitting it wrong. The destroyer that is in M1, it will move 4 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 to A45. The light cruiser from A1 will move 1, 2, 3, 4 to the Red Sea, along with the 2 subs. They will all move to the Red Sea. The torpedo boat destroyer will move to M4. And the just to clarify, the transport that is in M2, it will be going in port there in northern Algeria. And the sub will travel to M6 that was in M2. Okay. Right, and let's move over just a little bit. Yeah. Back up just a little bit. There, you can see it. Okay, so we have the transport that is in Cochin, China. It will be picking up the infantry. There is a major port, so it can move 3. It will move 1 to I-12, 2 to I-7, and 3 to I-4, where it will go in port in French Somaliland, and the infantry will be placed there as well. Also, I did forget about the sub and the place unit, so I will place that when I place units. So that should be all we have left to do. So I will grab this mountain infantry that is lend-leased to Abyssinia. So in Abyssinia, there will now be 2 mountain infantry and 2 militia. And the sub for France will be placed there in A29. And we'll go ahead and take off this militia marker there in Syria. Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and walk over here and go over income. So the British spent only 4, so they saved 7. So 7 plus 12, 19. Just need to grab. They have 11, 12 plus 7. So they will have 19 to spend. The FEC saved 1, so they will have 6 to spend next turn. And the Anzac, they will have, let me grab it. They will have 6 to spend next turn as well. And the French spent all of theirs, so they'll have 6. Okay. All right. This concludes for turn 1.4 and 1.5 in Operation Valkyrie. I will be getting my neutrals set up momentarily. Just wanted to hurry up and get my video out. So, all right. We'll see you guys on the next one.